We're all trying to figure out who's supposed to be Shannon. In the end, we decided it was me. I'm taller, but she's funnier. It's going to be a great festival with a range of topics of interest for everyone. Our full film schedule is available today at planetinfocus.org. And finally, our closing night film is Last Call by director Enrico Cerezuelo, who asks, if the world ignored the predictions in a famous book entitled Limits to Growth 40 years ago, then what should we do now? The book outlined the impact of population growth, industrialization, food and resource shortages. Let's watch some highlights from this year's program.
Tourism should have never been allowed to take place the way it did. It was anarchy. Where are people going to go to the bathroom? What is our environmental footprint? What is our impact on the very cultures that we're visiting?
Are you here to be here? And I said, well, yes, I am.
$50 to number 7, please.
An environmentalist threw a controversial oil and gas lease auction into turmoil today.
Well, Tim DeChristopher says he's willing to go to jail, and it's possible that's where he'll end up. To see this land and this view, and to know there's not going to be an oil rig in the way, there's not going to be a road cut right through the middle of it. There's no way that I could ever regret what I did.
We're running out of time, but are disappearing. I'm gonna use every weapon I have to help them.
Whenever I see a problem or invent a new solution, I immediately think, well, how does nature do that? This is nature's blueprint.
Tar sands, it's the largest man-made industrial project on the planet, bigger than the size of England and Wales combined. And these chemicals are leaching into the river systems.
मुझे लगता है कि आज गंगा को शुद्ध बनाने के लिए युद्ध करने की जरूरत है.
Se sentía como un temblor, las casas están partidas.
Pero si la naturaleza se destruye, prácticamente el nahual de la persona se destruye.
We're not going to eat gold, we're going to bathe in gold, we're not going to drink gold.
Está contaminada y ya no es para uso humano.
Allá donde está la represa de Cola, que tome pues.
¿No hay problemas sociales para ustedes, amiga Ixtabacán?
No son problemas sociales.
Things are pretty much the same here since I've lived here all my life. I know, that's the way I like it.
"40 years ago, a report by scientists from the MIT shook the world, suggesting humanity should adapt to the physical limitations of planet Earth in order to avoid overshoot and collapse.
Now that's no longer possible. If we go through this period of decline without foreknowledge, without preparation, we'll strip away many of our fundamental values.
I want to live in a sustainable world where there is no poverty, no hunger, and no erosion of the Earth's resources.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the new chair of the Board of Directors for Planet in Focus, Ms. Sucheta Rajagopal. She has been involved with socially responsible investing and advises retail and institutional clients on how to integrate environmental, social, and governance concerns into their investment portfolios. And we welcome her here today.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for coming today. We really appreciate it. As you've heard, we have a fantastic lineup of films for you. In addition to great films, Planet in Focus will present a number of industry awards. The Harold Greenberg Fund's Green Screen Award is presented to the film or television production with the most inspiring Going Green story. The award winner will receive $5,000 and the runner-up $1,000. The Green Pitch is sponsored by CBC's The Nature of Things, Fearless Films, Precision Transfer, PS Production Services, The Source Shop, Vistech, and Wallace Studios. Filmmakers are invited to pitch their environmental projects to a jury of industry professionals, and the award winner will receive $10,000 in funding and services. This year at Planet in Focus, we've also launched a new membership. So the membership provides complimentary tickets at our monthly screening series, Salon Vert, which takes place at Jackman Hall at the AGO. And Planet in Focus is partnering with the Carbon Farmer. Every ticket and membership that's purchased will plant a tree in the Planet in Focus forest, which is located in the Boreal Forest in northern Alberta. And we anticipate, with your participation, that by the end of the festival, we will have a forest of 10,000 trees. I would also at this time like to thank talented filmmaker, activist, our former board chair, and an awesome woman all around, Annette Mangard. And I don't know if Annette is here.
Yes, she is.
Stand up, Annette. Planet in Focus would not be what it is today without the incredible hard work that Annette has put in over the years, and we are really thrilled to have had her participation, and we look forward to continuing to work with her in various ways in the years to come. We also have some other people from our board here, and I can't see too well because this light is here, but I see Joan Prouse right here. Do you want to just raise your hand? Alex is here. I think I saw Andrew Nisker somewhere here, and I know Ann Wordsworth is here too, and if there's anybody else, you're just going to have to raise your hand and shout out your name because I can't see you. Okay, so we have a great board, and we work really hard, and I thank everyone on the board and all of you, our sponsors, for the great festival that we put on, and I encourage you to buy your tickets and get those trees planted. Thank you.
Just one final note. I'd like to thank artist Heather Gentleman for sharing her exhibition, Song to the Siren. Each siren represents one of the Great Lakes and includes Lake Nipissing. Heather's intention through this work is to call upon the sirens of the Great Lakes to heal the spirit of humankind so we can address the choices that we have made that have caused our current environmental crisis. She would like to stress that rejuvenation is possible by allowing nature to take its course without our interference. And I invite you to appreciate her work, and please enjoy the great coffee from Balzac's and the wonderful food from Feel Good Guru, and of course Harmony Organics. As a final surprise, I know you're very excited to hear this, Kids Can Press has invited every one of us who are interested to test out the 3-story slide. So we'll be leaving here in about 15 minutes. And we'll leave you with an episode of our online web series, which we're launching today. It's Eco Heroes, and it has been directed and produced by Zane Jinnah, who unfortunately isn't here with us today. This particular episode will profile Rob Stewart, who is the filmmaker of Revolution that is screening for our Festival Field Trip program. And it's also screening on October 22nd for our Salon Vert. Thank you for coming.
My favorite eco-hero is Rob Stewart, and he's speaking here today.
My name is Rob Stewart, and I'm the director of the film Sharkwater. You're told your whole life, since you're a kid, sharks are dangerous. You're warned about venturing too far into the ocean. But then, finally, you're underwater, and your whole world changes. And the film Revolution, about how humans are going to survive the next 100 years.
Enterprises. They corrupting our public officials and subverting American democracy.
There's nothing more important than conservation, because conservation is the preservation of human life on Earth. I think that humanity's good, and we just don't know what we're doing. So education is the most important ingredient in this revolution. Once people know what's going on, our emotions will guide us to a world that works. So to educate the public about where we've come from, where we're going, and what could happen if we don't turn our situation around, I've been making movies. I made a movie called Sharkwater, and I made a movie called Revolution. Revolution's a film about the evolution of life, following life as a character on a 3.5 billion year journey where you culminate in humans in the midst of a revolution to save ourselves. And the revolution is being led by kids, because it's their future that's at stake. The one thing people can do to help with this situation is show everybody revolution. We made these tools so that people could get educated. All this information has been in the public for a long time, but it's not getting digested. So we need everybody aware of what's going on. If it was recycling and driving a Prius, we'd be there by now. But the change we need in the world is big, it's profound. We got to change our system of growth so that it doesn't come at the cost of our life support system. We can unleash our emotions on this problem once everybody knows what's going on. We'll feel good about engaging in stuff that's sustainable and bad about engaging in stuff that's destructive. My eco-heroes are people like David Suzuki, Paul Watson, maybe Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King. They were all people that, were fighting for a brighter future. This is going to be a large battle because we're going up against some of the biggest, most profitable corporations and governments in the world, and we're also confronting a lot about ourselves, our own consumptive patterns, our own complacency, and our own ignorance. But I think the size of the battle is going to call the best in humanity to the height of their potential. Everybody gets to be a hero for the ecosystems and species that they love. And I think because it's kids' future that's at stake, instead of playing on Facebook and video games, they've got an opportunity to live a life of meaning and purpose with people that they love while they're saving everything they depend on. Our next goal is to get revolution seen by 1 billion people. And then likely after that, I'm going to make either movies or TV series based on solutions. Like, what would the world look like if we got this right and designed Earth to be paradise for us and millions of other species?